Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. In the last part, we did a bunch of running around, a bunch of side quests, because of course. And now, we have our next dungeon! So, let's go ahead and hit that. We are inching closer to that other dungeon we have unlocked, but still, not quite yet. Oh, well, that was instant. If the other DPS happens to respond here, that would be quite helpful. Take two. Alright, so welcome to Brayflox's Longstep plan. I actually went ahead and kind of mapped out this area. Though, neither of us is the tank, so this should be interesting. So, when they released patch 5.3, they did go through and rework some of these dungeons to address drops, and this one actually lost some treasure chests as we found out in our looking around. So I'll try and point this out, but we probably will not actually go to them. So to begin things off here, we are going to have some gully galagos. I'm gonna toss on a good old fist of wind real quick. Well, looks like we are going for some AoE action. So these are a little bit annoying because the galagos are a ranged attack. So they are not like to actually come in close. Which is, yeah, it's a little bit annoying. Well, my true strike is down. So since we only have two enemies in close here, let's go ahead and just go back to single target. And we still don't have that. So I'm gonna try and get out of this tank. No, I want to talk to the goblin. Mine. Gubby flock ninja. Uplanders take gate key, open head gate. Twist gate key, open head gate. Head gate, much swiftness. Huh. I had to outrun the tank there to get that, because he's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, no! Mine, because I knew it had a unique line at the start, and it would go away if someone else talked to him. I'm like, I must talk to him. This is part of why I went ahead and did the whole, yeah, I should probably route this one out, actually. Figure out what the heck is going on in this dungeon. Because for some reason, I actually don't do this one very much. So here's the head gate that we need to deal with, and you're gonna see our first mini boss already. So this boss has a few friends with him. So let's go ahead and deal with them with some good old-fashioned AoEs, and now we can focus on the boss. However, throughout the fight, he is going to spawn more, so we need to keep an eye out for that. But until then, we can go ahead and just take this one out. Feels kind of nice to actually only be 10 levels above a dungeon again. Oh my gosh. So, is it gonna spawn another wave? What the heck? I'm feeling like a liar right now. It's almost dead and hasn't spawned another one yet. Unless they change this. Oh no, block is up here. So yeah, Thank you, game, for proving me to not be a liar, but since this is almost dead, let's just go ahead and focus on the main boss, and the other ones will vanish as soon as it dies. So let's work on this mud feast. Some goblins are going to spawn behind us as we go. It looks like the tank is running on ahead. And I really want to show the side stuff. So, you know, on the side path there's some goblins. If you go about going to them, you can actually find yourself some more treasure chests, which is nice. Oh, there's the first treasure chest we can pick up. So yeah, unfortunately, we probably are not... I am going to take that belt. We are not going to save the rest. There's actually one up there that is going to die because we aren't saving it because this tank is in such a hurry to keep going. I'm going to have to show that stuff, aren't I? Because, like, it's actually a thing. Yeah. Anyway, we have our second mini-boss here because gotta run. However, partway through, pretty soon in actually, Brayflox is gonna show up, but she has a little bit of a friend. Ideally, the tank is going to grab it eventually. Oh, there it goes. Finally went over to the tank. She had to run all the way around. More fastness! So we want to take out this ad just because it's mainly annoying. And, well, you know, take out the little ones before. Gobby, boom. So Brayflox, she's also going to go and when she's like, Gobby, boom, she's going to pull attention of the boss and then chase after one of the party members. So, eventually it gives up, but also, the enemy has blaze spikes on. They actually hurt. Especially for me as a monk, with me attacking somewhat fast. It's almost dead. I'm not gonna put on another demolish. So, Gobby, boom. So now it's going after the healer. But, let's grab the treasure chest and be on our way. So this next room is annoying. Let's just put it that way. This next room can be super annoying. Looks like Tank's gonna try and ninja his way through, which honestly never works. They try and try, but it never, ever works the way they want it to. Just, it doesn't. So they're gonna use this peculiar light. I'm not that worried about getting hit by it, because it's just gonna do a magic vulnerability down on me. So I'd rather just stay in, do my damage, and not worry about it. Also, the healer can just easily assume it off, but wasn't planning on getting hit by magic damage at any rate. So, we've got some more enemies. Yeah, this is what it's like. It is slightly easier to go through the middle. You get a few less enemies, I believe, but overall, it's just not. Like, this room is just annoying. So anyways, let's take a look at the map. I'm actually might have the Drake plan out for this one. So if you look down here, you'll see these two little side areas. There's one that's not revealed on my map, actually. Those used to have treasure chests in them. So, like, way back in the day, groups would go for them, and, you know, because they thought that going to the left was the best way to get through here. Now it's become the right, and now, or the middle, and who knows, honestly. But, yeah, so there used to be chests down there, but during our little bit of a scouting trip, we found that those chests no longer exist. So, that is that room. And we have our next boss here. I didn't do that on the side, but I did. So this is Hellbender. So Hellbender is gonna be targeting random people with some attacks, but more importantly, Hellbender is going to eventually... Actually, I do not want to get hit by this particular peculiar light. Is eventually going to do this Fumigation thing, which is going to put a clear bubble on a random party member. So it happened to be on me, and it's going to put Dropsy, make it so you can't move, make it so you do less damage. You want to get rid of that as soon as possible, mainly because of the Dropsy part, and because, well, it's going to hinder people's ability to actually do damage. But eventually in this fight, no, looks like went onto the healer this time. Eventually in the fight, the final boss is going to show up. Yeah, this is the final boss of the dungeon. It's going to show up, kill Hellbender for us, and then finally just kind of go away. Kind of give you a teaser of how that fight's going to go. Now we had to wait for it to finally fly off into the sky. Goodbye. And then eventually this head gate will open up and our treasure coffer will appear. Nice one, Rinny. Nice one. Alright. Anyways, welcome to the last section. So this is another part where, like, there used to be a nice little side area. I actually really liked the area, but then they kind of took away the chest. It was really a nice area. So if you look right over there, you can kind of see in the distance some enemies over there. There's a coral at the end, and if you killed it, it would drop a chest with some gear in it. But they got rid of that chest, so now it's just literally a pointless path to go down. And I'm actually kind of sad about that. I really like that path. It was a bit of a skill test for parties to see if they could clear it, because that coral was a pain in the butt, really. But, well, nothing I can do about it besides complain like this. Why'd you take away that chest, Square Enix? I like that chest. I like that section. Not that we would have done it in this run anyways, but, you know, yeah, you can see the coral back there. Oh, well. Gotta go fast. Gotta go. Even though we have new people to the dungeon. Hopefully this tank doesn't go, let's pull it, well, someone's in the cutscene. If we see this will be locked off in 15 seconds, then we know they pulled it. So yeah, we have our final boss of the dungeon, Ayatar. This boss likes poison. It likes poison a lot, honestly. There's going to be a lot of poison going around. And you're also going to want to be dragging it out of poison because it really, really likes poison. In fact, to the point where if it's standing in poison... the boss... Okay, I was going to say the boss is about to turn us in it. If it's standing in poison, a poison pool spits at someone, it's going to start healing. And, well, that's bad, because it's actually a fairly sizable heal. And this gets a lot of first-time tanks, this. Also, it's using this Dragon Breath. If it hits, it puts a stack of poison on the particular one. So anything it hits with poison, like that, you see it has a 1 by it. That it means it's gonna, like, it can get stronger and stronger and stronger. So it's using Toxic Vomit. That is how it places the poison pools around and about in the battlefield. And if the boss is standing in those, that is how it gets healed from them. But you can attempt to, Alright. I wasn't able to get out of that one. But, yeah, so you can't attempt to stun it, but it's so fast to go off. Alright, I don't think we're gonna get a tier 2 limit break, so I'm gonna finish this combo off and then go ahead and yeah, let's try to takes out a fair chunk of HP. Alright, it's out. It might look like it's in, but it's out. Don't worry. Barely. Oh my god. Alright, it's out. Don't worry. I pulled it far. I pulled it just... No, I didn't pull it just far enough away. But we're gonna try and beat the region this time, it looks like. Alright, and that's Brayflox's Longstep speed run, because gotta go fast when there's a new person in the dungeon, right? still sad we didn't show the goblin stuff, and I'm gonna have to do that separately. It also means I didn't get the full map. It's mainly what I'm actually sad about, is not getting the full map. Let's go and take all the stuff. And let's go. Oh, no cutscene right out. So let's just now speak to Brayflox to get our cutscene. Goodly Uplander has thanks of Gobbyflock. You know I didn't save your brethren. Flighty Beast was tricksy full, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander has got Goodly head for a fighty think. Brayflox happy gives tasty fresh gubby treats to clever Uplander. Choose a stinky sweet gobby treat, special make with Gobby's secret gobby arts. No party complete without gobby gouda, Brayflox every say. Alright, let us deliver this cheese. I actually do like cheese. Though, sometimes if it smells a little too strong, maybe not. I gather you saw Brayflox's little problem. Yeah. By the gods, I don't know, holy stench. This is definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. How's it made on? It's best you remain ignorant to such things. I still remember what kind of milk they use. Oh. Alright, so none of this gear is actually better for us. Let's take the money. And we're 43. I take back everything I said about having caught up. And we can actually equip some better gear. What do you mean you forgot the wine? Bravo, Arya. Thanks to you, our guest shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to WINEPORT and seek out Shamani Lomani, another former member of the company. Of course! All you do is give him this order slip. He'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering if this is merely a ploy to test your patience, I assure you, I do actually need that wine. While you're there, give Shamani Lomani my regards. I swear to God, why couldn't you have done this when we were over there in the first place? And it looks like we actually have some quests there. Alright, fine, I'll take these even though they're above the level. Sweet grime and blood. Yeah, you reek of blood and adventure, unless I'm mistaken. What brings you to WINEPORT? In order, let me guess, a request for the finest vintage I can muster. This paper smells of Loma perfume, Costa del Sol, and there's a unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master and Bruju would not sell for anything less than the best. Dresswhites and his crew must be busy preparing the exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. But perhaps you're confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When Lund loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. You wish only to discuss the wine, I suspect. Yeah. Well, that belt is worse than one we got in the dungeon, so... An offer you can refuse. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I'm mastering my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays well. But you grow impatient, and Waistcoat must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Bayerglint, who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilbrand. Somehow I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. Alright, fine, I'll take this, even though it's above our dang level, and yeah. Looking at work, yes. Yeah. Petition for abduction. Let's grab it. Pelican meat, use it to lure him out, yada. Let's grab this quest here. Treasures and tribulations. Normally I wouldn't do this, but we're here. Screw it. Fancy yourself a romantic friend? Do you find yourself gazing off into the horizon, yearning to travel in search of stored relics left behind by the heroes of yore? Yes, you say? Then do I ever have a proposal for you? I was accosted the other day by a slobbering drunkard. Bear with me now, I assure you this gets better. Who most eagerly regaled me, from what I could gather amidst sword speech and copious amounts of spittle, that is, with the tale of a treasure map he had stumbled upon in his travels. Don't recall the particulars. I was emptying my innards of some foul swill at the time, you see. But it sounded rather convincing to my ale-addled brain. What I do remember is that the fellow mentioned striking out at first light for Raincatcher Gully to visit a miner friend. Should the prospect of hunting for hidden riches set your heart aflutter, I reckon you might still find them there. Alright, but first off, let's head inside here. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of his polluted swill. What is that? I'm in the middle of an important discussion. I do not care for interruption. Then neophyte vintner bid you speak with me. Neither you nor your friend have the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve your gobo urine than sell you my worst vintage. Begone from my sight. Jeez. Alright, wrapped around your little finger. Hello, adventurer. Hear me, or Master Bergland will know the reason why. I mean that he'll simply tell you himself if you refuse to hear it from me. You have no doubt seen those ghastly grass raptors skulking about outside our gates. Well, they've developed a taste for the vines we use to grow our brands of wine cherries. We can't abide by that. You must kill the horrible creatures. Put a cork in it. You call this cork? This sad, squelchy thing isn't fit to kiss my back end, let alone my fine whites and reds. I'd say you should try again, except that I wouldn't trust you with the worst of the vintages now. You're dead to me. You, adventurer, I've had it trying to get quality for my own lot. Show this oaf how it's done. Bring me the materials you find off cork bulbs. Harvesting 5 of them should do. Time flies and uncork wine's ours. Go, go. Jeez. I take it you said no. Really? In those words? Well, I can't say I'm surprised. Well, there's no denying his passion and skill. The wine baron of Limsalaments is not a man known for his tact. Very well. We shall have to take an alternative approach. It won't work. There is a chance, however small, that another resident of WINEPORT can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that the grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the vigneroons of WINEPORT crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. The legendary Bacchus wines, were born right here in WINEPORT. Pardon my enthusiasm. You see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, it felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves, transcended my mortal flesh, and was one with all creation. But as it's said, all too often said, Clearly changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Berglund to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the Vigneroons tending vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could start with speaking with them? Back up we go. Back and forth and back and forth. Oh my gosh. Alright. You are not inside, clearly. You are clearly somewhere else. Perhaps I need to go back there, I guess. Maybe. If I can get back there. Aha, can I jump this? Yes, yes I can. Bacchus wine, don't remind me. Used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and elements. Never counted on a blade primal blowing up my goddamn house. Well, so much for them. How about you back here? We make our way through all the vineyards. What? Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish. Never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend. You're a few years too late. So much for that, I guess. Back we go. Most regrettable, but we had to try. But Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. Though I must confess, my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vintner. After time blinded me in our battle beneath Ogomoro, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized that there was still so much I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think the wondrous ambrosia was one which once filled me with hope may be forever lost to us. Let's just grab a random item here and give a man a drink. I must say, this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic indeed. There is much I miss about a life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I could not bear to disappoint him. I have no fear. I swear that I shall find the suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there's a favor I would ask of you. Of course there is. 2 years ago, in the deep depths of my despair, I stumbled across a Wilbrand as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die because I very nearly found one not far from here. It was there that a man named Dress took me in and nursed me back to health, and it was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, who helped me to find my new calling. Though I'm still a novice in the arts of winemaking, I would like him to know that I'm pursuing my dream. This wine is my own original creation, and I would be most grateful if he delivered it to him in my stead. Dress sometimes works at the Raincatcher Gully Dog, so perhaps Riskill can tell you where to find him. Alright, but more importantly, we do have this. Leave quest to undertake. Alright. Now, we have a treasure chest. Let's go ahead and, well, I guess we need to get some pelican meat first. Way over here. Hello. Please give me your meat. Thank you. Would greatly appreciate it. Alright. 6 pieces? That's good. That's good. Since an insatiable gobo may be nearby, however, it wasn't this particular one. Let's put some pelican meat here. Alright, so when it says it's nearby, it literally does mean it's nearby. So, That takes care of that section. So let's go ahead and place some meat here. Getting some higher level help because, well, you know. Alright, so nothing near here. Just fine, just fine. Let's go ahead and head down to these. There's probably one here. It's not this one, it'll be the other one, I guess. Alright, and here's our lead target. And that will be our second one. However, while we're here, let's go ahead and hop up and grab some of these raptors. We don't want to go too far though, because there's some higher level enemies just up there. So at any rate, let us take out some raptors. How many do we need? 4? We need to take out 4. Yeah, literally right up there is like level 40 something enemy. So we don't want to go too close to it. So yeah. Alright, 2 more. There's 2 there. This is all gonna... I'm gonna regret this, aren't I? Oh, well, okay, that helps. That helps. That takes care of those. Let's go ahead and go for the cork bulbs. Alright, so everything is right in that particular area. Okay, here are our cork bulbs. I need to take out, what, 5 of these? Yes, 5. However, our diligent digger is right up there, so let's go ahead and take out this one and then speak with him. Hidden treasures? Ha! Another Gilcraze greenhorn reeled in by Ealdwyn's tall tales, eh? Yes, Ealdwyn, that doddering fool's name. Though, mind you, I've not known him to limit his consumption to any one type of brew. I just saw him the other day, I did, clutching some tattered pissed yellow parchment like it was made of solid mithril. This is me ticket to fortune, he blabbered, not half so eloquently, mind you, before stumbling out the tavern doors and promptly falling flat on his mug, like as not. Did I see them out myself, you say? Well, looks like Kitty's over there taking care of our cork bulbs. Did I ever? Why the fool shoved it in my face so many times I swear the mole left the page to take up residence in me nostrils. 'Twas a mess of blue and brown splotches that Ealdwyn swore was Camp Bronzelake, with a big red X to the southeast. You're not thinking of going there, are you? Mark my words, you'll find naught but the sorry drunkard and his sack of broken dreams. Alright, well, it sounds like now we need to head there to Upper Lanasia, but we're not going there yet. Let's do this, and also we've got a phosphate here. But, say my name, Mitchell Joss. Mitchell Joss? Yeah, there we go. Good enough. I was a little distracted reading the name there. That, yeah. Alright, so that's the 5 we need. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, I got hit by that again. No, I did not. It missed. Alright. Let us return back over to the docks to see what Briskilt says to us. So we have to go around this way. And right up here. Dressed? Oh, you mean the hermit? I tossed him a few gil when we need an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself, and I sure as hell don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone, I say. Do you mind if I find him, though? Then head southwest to the severed string. Fine, I'll head southwest to the severed string to wrap up this particular quest. I believe on the way, though, we are going to find some of the enemies I happen to need for hunting log. Oh, nice and convenient. So, probably need, what, like 3 of these if I were to guess? I'm sure I'm gonna regret doing the quest this way, but... Alright, yeah, I do need 3 of them. So... But if we cross the bridge, we'll be over in different enemies, but more importantly, I believe there should be some raptors around here. Believe? Am I crazy in this? I might be crazy in this. They're further south. Okay. Somewhere around here, there's another go. Okay, there. Here's our raptors we need. We need... Is it the grass? No, it's the corals. Okay. I went to the wrong one. Just thinking of another one, I guess. I guess I was thinking of another one. Alright, so one more Gobu, and then I need to find the jungle corals, but on the way there, I guess I will stop by and do that. I don't want the mildew Gobu. Those are a little bit tougher and not quite what we're looking for. Alright, that wraps up that one, so let's continue our little loop around here as I got distracted by finding the wrong enemies, and also the right enemies, but also the wrong enemies. Alright, right inside we will find Dressed. What do you want? What? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? That? Wait. Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing, keeps me awake. I never wanted to hurt anyone. Won't fight. I don't wanna fight. Please make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. Okay. I'll make them go away. Gosh. I'm gonna be that way about it. I'll make them go away. Alright, looks like... I think we already passed them on our way up here, so let's see what we can find. Maybe. Oh, there we go. There's one. Right behind me. How many do we need? 5 of them? I had to work to find it. It's like, I don't think they're troubling you that much, buddy. But, got another one right over here. Yeah. That's 2 of the ones we need. Unfortunately, it looks like there's quite a few people here right now trying to find these. It's a bit of a shame because it means we're gonna have to fight for the spawns that are here. Hopefully we won't have too many more issues with finding them. Yeah, it seems like more and more people are showing up needing these things. Alright, 2 more somewhere. Someone's probably gonna beat me to the one I see on the map. Yeah. Someone's already beat me to the one I see on the map. Go figure. Alright, it's fine. There's more down here. We can just go down here. There's a lot more down here. It's definitely the actual place to really go hunting for them. So... looks like one more right over there. I was just gonna bring in a raptor friend, huh? Looks like, yeah, it did. Alright. Okay, I took care of your 5 midges. Now, can you sleep? It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me, even after what my comrades and I did to your country. We were on a reconnaissance mission when the maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but the others... no one else survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Garlean. They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some blessed jungle halfway across around the world. I just want to go home. Battle scars. I wish to thank Shamani for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Earlier today at Red Mantis Falls, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes for fine wine. See, it should be ready by now. Are the 3 elves out there? Please, take them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope to one day do the same. Alright, so right up there it looks like, which works because this will continue our little loop around to find the other enemy I need out here. So there's one, but there should be, oh, it's probably, yeah, it's right down here. And, hi. Oh, I'm literally running into an invisible wall. I guess. 2. And I'm gonna mount for the last one. Hello again, Behemoth. Here is 3, and there's the enemies we need. Right off in the distance. Speaking of corals. Alright, so we need to take that back to WINEPORT. But more importantly, let's kill some jungle corals. Since, well, we need to kill a handful of these for hunting log. And I'm going to keep up with at least one of these, I swear. So, much like the coral and Sasasha that we fought way back when, basically the same thing. It would have been basically the same thing for the one there in Brayflox. So, at any rate, let us find one more to deal with. Then we can make our way back to WINEPORT. At least none of them are trying to... I was about to say none of them are trying to use Charge Whisker while I don't have it up. Or I don't have stun available, but then I try to use it. So that wraps up that. So let's go ahead and... There's more quests, aren't there? Dang it. Oh, you actually completed the trial. Yes, yes, I want my reward. Please give me my reward. All the more region to leave. Which means we've completed enough specific ones or unique ones or something like that. Uphill battle. What the heck is that one? Oh, 10 unique battlecraft ones. Okay. It's been some time, Arya. What news do you have addressed? Well, here? Yes, I recall he did have some knowledge of winemaking. A simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. We are not so different, Dressed and I, 2 men, and have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he has been alone with his thoughts for far too long. Hi, it's past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Arya. It was a very good year. Oh, hey, we get a minion. By the gods, Arya, listen, I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business. I am. But I have just discovered something extraordinary about dressed palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odor. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain. These are the leaves of Bacchus grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Valley, the legendary vine still grows. We could obtain a cutting. We could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Dress found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. All the way back down there? Really? What the? I got you. Really? The conquering hero returns, and so quickly too. You are as strong as you are kind, and pleasantly made from around the shoulders. Shall make sure to keep you in mind should any future troubles creep up. Hey, come on. Of course, the future trouble has creeped up. Mona Lisa smiled. The etiquettes, pardon me, wine labels to laymen such as yourself. used by our winery always bear the noble countenance of Master Brayflox himself. As such, our esteemed Vincian has invited a famed Udon miniaturist, oh, very well known and probably the most famous miniaturist in all the land, to fashion a label truly worthy of a classic vintage, and he is due to arrive today. Beg you, won't you go down to Raincatcher Gully Docks and meet him? I fear he will be quite mobbed by admirers, and I not have him molested, at least not until the portrait is done. Where's the cargo asked for? If you believe that loitering will secure you a glass of something, you are very mistaken, and possibly dead to me. Now this seems like some fine cork. Just the right amount of give, some air comes through, but not the moisture. Should be lucky. So lucky as to have barrels full of this. Only my people were as efficient at finding it. Literally right out there. Not that hard to find. Alright, we already have those, so let's go ahead and do that. And of course, now we have to do more runaround. Yes, I'm a miniaturist. Pardon me if I did not give you my name. I travel incognito, such as my fame. Ah, Mr. Brayflox awaits. I will fly to him forthwith. We have much to discuss, the master and I. Our artistic differences are many and sundry, and yet I cannot resist returning for another etiquette. He is a model in 1,000, that one. Well, that was easy. No. Back to our massive run all the way back down. Let's not take the long way, huh? I'm back. Oh, hello again. What is it? It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. Found them near the Juggernaut to the south. I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gobo tracks, though. Maybe the leaves came from vines growing on the back of one such beast. If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some gobos are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. Yeah. Shocking news. We have to fight in Gobu. Now it looks like that is gonna be our target. Go ahead and slide it over here. And no, don't sneeze on me. Not nice. All right. Back to WINEPORT yet again. What did Dress have to say, Arya? Tell me everything. Aha! I was right. The smell is texture. I hold in my hands a Bacchus grapevine cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventure and a novice vintner could. Ahem. 12 is me, my witness. It is a Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? What? You would offer this to me? But why? There is no better position to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Brayflox. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across the Orz you will once again be clamoring for a cask of WINEPORT's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you need it. Wait, the shape of this bottle, the scent of this label, this couldn't possibly be a 1547 Bacchus? That's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection for years. I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time, but now I realize it was never meant for me. It would be savored by the saviors of WINEPORT, I say. He's made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Gigi Rouge will find no finer wine. You have forever changed WINEPORT, Arya. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. But do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Waistcoat. If you say so, we'll go all the way back over there. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I am a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. Alright, back to Costa del Sol. Did I say Costa del Sol? I meant to Edgar. Our expert in etiquette has just been by. Simply marvelous. I shall order the chilled white taken to his quarters at once. How sweet it is to have the miniatures here again. Been full 5 years for the cleanly stripped our vines. Our first bottling in half a decade. Oh, it knows to see the master's beatific visage captured again. I swear. Anise, chocolate, and a hint of toad. The vineyard wastes much water, washing sugar and chaff off the grapes, the spoilage and dregs from vats and barrels, and all of it goes into the river. The richness of the swill chokes the river, and Gigantoads feast on the scum. If raptors were horrible, these are thrice as bad slated for us, for me, Arya. Okay, well, we apparently need to go kill 3 Gigantoads before we can head back to Costa del Sol. Alright, so back down here in the river, we will find ourselves some Gigantoads. Let's go ahead and take out 3 of them, hopefully. Stop licking me, and that one got taken from me. I'll just go down further. I mean, it didn't get taken. I still could have hit it and gotten credit probably, but I try not to. And let's go for this one instead. Alright, one more. And then back up I go. Alright. And yes, I am this lazy. I'm back again. Oh, Master Bit will be so pleased, but it grieves me that our wine has spoiled the river, so perhaps I can construct some system to make our swill sweeter. Perhaps again. I'm gonna take some cookies. Am I? No, I'm gonna take the scrambled eggs. Alright. Now back to Costa del Sol. Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. So what of the wine I asked you to bring? Here I am. Is that 7 houses, 1547 Bacchus? Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you. But congratulations, Arya. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Yeah, so am I. Perhaps you could tell her that the banquet is about to begin? Alright, but first, let's go ahead and find this Gobo in our inventory, which is an absolute disaster right now. In the company of heroes. You have the look of a woman who has been to the 7th hell and back. The guest should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in her own honor, and this while the shadow of time looms over us all. It beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. Lady Stola, Lady Ariana! 1,000 pardons from this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, madam. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now, she must have sensed something was amiss. Didn't seriously think I was indeed running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare her your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Arya has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you'll be so good as to enlighten her. Aye, aye, fair's fair. There's no sense hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed in measures, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be godslayers by his own criteria. If even one found her wanting, she would be rejected without a second thought. But if she proved herself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support her cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. Which is why the 5 of you deigned to test Arya with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I am sure. But tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? She's a brave one, that much is certain. She willingly walked into the midst of danger despite my repeated warnings that it could cost her her life. Her skill is undeniable. She stalked her prey as relentlessly as any child of the sands and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventures these days. Care only for fortune and gold. Arya, however, is a kind and generous soul. I am certain she has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at her side. Well, wily uplanders, talentful plansmaker, tricksy foe for mighty Rockman. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We 5 of the Company of Heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of the Craigs, Arya Ariana, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend, Arya Ariana, Titan's Bane. Ay, 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 ay. That's all I have to say. Alright, Bronze Skin Beauty, but first, let's go ahead and actually pick up some of these side quests that have appeared since we were last here. Who moved my head cheese? Very sorry, ma'am, we have no head cheese today. Why ever not? Because the kobolds are stealing food everywhere in Costa del Sol, that's why. The tomato pies, the mashed potatoes, and now the head cheese, the boot. Now, I have an idea for ambushing these beady-eyed furballs, but I can't go off in case Master Durstways needs me. I can't stand here and do nothing about it either, as I'm the one getting blamed for the missing eats. Might you be willing to solve this problem for me, adventurer? You look to have some spare time, I guess. I placed the meats the kobolds like best in these 5 sacks. Line them up along the pier to the north, and they should come scurrying. Blah blah blah. Unrefined methods. Kobolds are up to something. See those contraptions out along the road to the west? They've gone so far as to up their damn refiners within yawns of our beach. You know what I say? It's time to blow them to kingdom come. Just so happen to have made some makeshift bombs for the occasion, but I've never thrown one before. Look, adventurer, I've seen you around here, and you seem a capable sort. Could you take these and pitch them at the refiners for me? What could go wrong? Right? Buffaloed all the way. Master Gyaruchu is of course second to none in matters of business and connoisseurship. However, he can be somewhat naive as regards other matters. For example, he has become convinced that the recent spate of earthquakes is the fault of the larger buffaloes that roam near. He'll grant some amount of exasperation over our local children being mauled in the wake of the tremors, but really now. It's one thing to see the buffaloes in a tizzy, and another to think they could have anything to do with the quakes. I have tried to reason with him, but it's been to no avail. Might you simply indulge my master and say a half-dozen of the creatures? Well, we know why. The wind, it passes. Excellent timing. Come. Such a still wilting day, and I thought a violet not arose to call upon a refreshing breeze. The wind sprites now, you can get a healthy puff or two out of them. It follows that this powerful sprite can set the whole city aflutter. According to my best calculations, or rather my second best calculations, no need to ask what, how, or why. Selecting 3 cores from wind sprites should permit you to summon a more powerful specimen. Will someone present company definitely included carry out my genius plan? Will someone deign to collect the handsome reward? Handsome reward, you say? Whatever you say. Let's talk with the bronze skin debut. Congratulations, Sweetly. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Alright. Let's enjoy this exotic feast. Tasting exotic feast triggers a divine revelation in that brief transcendent moment. You glimpse the true form of reality, comprehending its fleeting nature, and cry out to the heavens in celebration. Okay. When you face the Lord Christ, acknowledge the limits or zero anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty rockmen with clever fighty thing. Brayflox cannot be coming to rescue this time. Arya, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landonell sends his regards. You are blessed with the fortitude to rival the earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. You are a veteran of countless battles, Arya. This is true. This is but one more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. You are kind to indulge them, Arya. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. Do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely a time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. Alright, as you wish. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake in Upper Lunasia. There you'll meet with Rio, another man who once served with the company. Ensure that this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands. He will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at the 3 locations I marked. Only then will he appear to meet you at this 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risk inherent in our method. Alright, so now we need to go to Upper Lunasia, but I believe we should probably take care of these side quests here in Costa del Sol first. So, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support Girly helps her keep being content like this. You can find the links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt, signing out.